Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Groceryland. Normally my videos focus on how to save money on buying groceries, but today we're just going to talk about some tips on how to save money in general. Shop on sale. Simply shop the sales. Don't pay full price for the items that you are looking to buy. Take advantage of store incentive programs. If they are offering you a way to gain points that you can redeem free for later and there's no cost to you, take advantage of it. Watch the subscriptions that you have. Are you currently paying for any type of a subscription that you are not using, or perhaps you're not using to full advantage? Are you paying for Amazon Prime? Are you paying for streaming services that you're not watching? Are you paying for any gaming services that you're not playing? Are you paying for a gym membership that you're not using? Make sure that what you are paying for is something that you are absolutely getting a value for. And if not, cancel it. And if there are lots of different services that you do use, for example, you game and you really like to game, Xbox Live is definitely something that you want because you play it in the winter, but you don't play it in the summer, cancel it in the summer and only pay for it in the winter. And I know sometimes that it's easy to get sucked in because it's a little bit cheaper when you sign up for those monthly subscriptions that just come out of your bank account automatically. But it is absolutely not cheaper if you are paying for months that you are not using the program. Here's a simple one. Turn off the lights. If you leave a room, turn off the light. If you're done watching TV, turn off the TV. Just turn things off. Don't use the power if you are not actually in the room or watching the TV, or shut your computer off. Just turn those off and save on the power. If you are doing laundry, do a full load. If you're running your dishwasher, run it for a full load. It costs the same amount of money to run it if you have only a couple items in than if it is full. So take advantage of when you're using it and make sure that you're running it for full loads. It's laundry. How about the dryer? Do you have a way to hang out your clothes? And if that is not feasible because you don't live in a spot where you have access to a clothesline, do you have a clothes rack? Pretty much every item in my wardrobe that is for work gets dried on a clothes rack, never in the dryer. What about price comparisons for the things that you actually use? Are you paying for an internet at your house? When's the last time that you checked the competitor to see what the price was? And perhaps you don't even have to switch. Perhaps just calling up your existing provider and asking for a better rate because you've been a loyal customer. Perhaps you'll get a discount. That goes for anything that you pay for that's a subscription, whether it is your phone plan, your internet service, your insurance. Take a look at your bank account. What are you paying for bank fees? And I'm not saying that you should have an account that is free. If you don't need any services where you need personal interaction in the bank and free is the way to go, great. But free is not great if there are actually services that you use on a regular basis. Price compare and make sure that whatever account that you have is the right account for you, that you're not paying for services that you're not using. But also, on the other hand, don't pay for just the minimum account if you are incurring a lot of fees for things that are not included in the account. Also, what about eating out? Do you eat out? I'm not saying that you should never eat out, but just be aware of how much you're paying on eating out. And when you eat out, do you choose options that are on sale? Do you order drinks with your meal? Drinks is a big one for me. So anyone that has followed any of my videos, any of my challenges, one of the things that you will rarely ever see me buy is drinks. I drink water. I drink coffee, but I don't drink pop. I rarely buy juice. Anything that is a cost for a drink is money that I don't need to spend because I'm really just very happy with water. So that also goes for restaurants. When I eat out, I often choose water. It's my preference, but it's also a lot cheaper. Uh, and when we're talking about eating out, are you using any incentive programs? I do have a soft spot for McDonald's. I shouldn't, I know, but I do. But I use the app. I also have the app for all kinds of different fast food places. Some I never even go to, but I have the apps so that if I'm ever somewhere and I am going to go there, I'm going to flip it open and see if there's coupons or any deals that I can take advantage of. That brings me to coffee. Do you buy coffee every day on your way to work? Maybe it is just $1, but that is still 5 days a week, 4 weeks in a month. There's $20. What about if it's $2 a pop? That's $40. What if you buy multiple coffees a day? What if it's not coffee? What if on your break at work, you just run over to a convenience store and you buy drinks, you buy pop, you buy snacks? It's a really, really easy way to save money simply by bringing your own lunch to work, so not eating out, and simply by bringing water with you. I probably have 2 water bottles in my vehicle at all times, and I don't mean water bottles that I'm purchasing cases of water at the store. I mean refillable water bottles that I simply refill from home. You don't like plain water? Then buy some of those flavored little sleeves that you can dump in. Make yourself flavored water. It is a lot cheaper. Use all of your products till the end. Use that last bit of toothpaste out of there. Get the last bit of shampoo out of your bottle. Get the last bit of ketchup out of the bottle. You paid just as much for that last little bit that's in there than you did for the first exciting bit that you used when the bottle or the tube was brand new. Temperature. Are you cold? Before you turn up the thermostat, put on a sweater, put on slippers, get a little blanket, a throw blanket to throw over your legs. Are you hot? Open the windows. Take off a couple layers before you would turn the air conditioning on. Get a fan, space heaters. So I find if you're cold, you don't need to heat your whole house. Perhaps just a little bit of extra heat in the room that you're using. Quick and easy ways to save a little bit of money. Is your item broken and now you need a new one? Have you tried to fix it? Often trying to fix something, 50-50 chance you're going to be successful and you won't need to replace it. Prime example, I had a bread maker. It wasn't working great. I made a comment about it and someone gave me a tip on how to fix it, and I actually fixed it myself and I didn't need a new one. So I thought that was pretty fantastic. I mean, the effort is in trying, and if you are unsuccessful, you can always go out and replace it. But what if you're successful? What about mending clothes? Something has a rip in it. Have you tried to sew it? Have you thought about trying to sew it? What about making do? So this is a big thing for me. Can you make do with that older item or that getting worn out item or that getting to the end of its life item before you replace it? How much longer could you get out of it? Could you get another 6 months out of it? Could you make do with it for another year? Maybe it's something that doesn't have a long life, but could you make do with it for a month? Every single time that you make do with something, it's just money that you are saving yourself in your pocket. What about things that are repetitive? Do you get your hair done? Do you get your nails done? Do you have waxing? When you're talking about some type of a service where you're going on a repeating regular basis, how often are you going? Could you go a little bit further apart? If the average is 4 weeks and you're regularly getting your nails done, and I'm not encouraging you to get your nails done, but if you do, and you regularly go 4 weeks, could you go 5? If you're getting waxed, could you spread that out a little bit longer? Could you go an extra 2 weeks, especially with like longer hair, before you're getting your hair done again or your haircut? Better yet, can you do any of those services for yourself? Could you give yourself a pedicure? Could you cut your own hair? Maybe that's a skill that you have, or maybe not. Could you cut somebody else's? Sometimes it's just about thinking of what you can do for yourself, how you can save money. And the best way to save money is to track what you're actually spending. And it doesn't have to be an exact science. You don't have to record every single penny that you're spending. But if you start tracking in general what you're spending money on, those are the items that you can look at and think, is there a way that I could save on this by doing XYZ? Fix it. Make it yourself. Here's one. Stop driving around randomly. Be efficient with your errands. When you are going to town, go to all of the stores that you need to go to, run all of the errands that you need to run, pay all of those bills, pick up all of those items all in one trip instead of making multiple trips in the same week. Gas is very expensive, so being efficient with how you are spending the gas and how you are driving is a very easy way to save money. Don't speed. The faster you go, the more gas that you burn. So driving at a moderate rate is an easy way to save money. Do you buy everything brand new, or do you contemplate secondhand items? Have you ever bought anything from a thrift store or on an online marketplace? There's all kinds of options. Yard sales where you can look to buy items and save money. Cook from scratch. The more of your food that you cook yourself from scratch, the cheaper it is. Convenience foods cost money, and the more convenience foods that you have in your diet, the higher your grocery bill will be. Don't have food waste. So when you buy food, but it spoils in your fridge and then you throw it out, that's just money down the drain. I'm not exactly sure with how many ideas I just came up with. Probably 15, maybe 20. Maybe some of these will work for you. Maybe all of these will work for you. Maybe one or two of these will work for you. Either way, when you are looking to save money, just being thoughtful about where you actually spend your money, how you spend your money, shopping around, and then of course on the other hand, not being wasteful with power, with groceries, with your items, like getting rid of them before their true usefulness is done. Those are real easy ways to save money. Thanks so much for watching. If you have a tip on how to save money that I haven't mentioned, please share it in the comments. Thanks everybody. Have a great week.